Good afternoon, all of you. I'm Dr. HUSSAIN Sharif, Department of CSM, working as an associate professor. Today, I'm discussing about the data types and statistical description. Now, we'll see the data types of the statistical description. So, first of all, we'll go for the topic. First, we have to know about the data. So, what is data? Data is it means it's a raw facts, and it will perform the unorganized data, and it will perform the unauthorized data and unprocessed data. So we have to, when we use the data, so when we perform the figures, or when we perform the symbols, or when we observe all the recorded and stored data and process the gain to understand. So actually, so perform the data. So you have to perform, first you have to collect the data. Then based on the data, you have to draw the figures and draw the symbols and understand the unauthorized and authorized data. So we'll see the what is the purpose of the data and data types. And data objects are, so data objects and their attributes are stored in particular data. So here in this data objects are, it represents the entities and it represents some sales data. For example, if you see the sales data, so in this sales data, what are the required data we need? So you need the customer data, we need the customer sales information, we need the customer IDs, and we need the customer's store information, store items, everything. And if you see the, for example, one more example, if you see the medical database, see the patient information, so disease information. And if you see the university database, see the student information, student ID, student name, and professor information, professor ID, professor name. And if you see the course information, course related information. So these are all comes to the data and data examples. And what is the meaning of the attribute? What is the attribute? Attribute is it contains the properties and their characteristics of the data. So in this, like properties are, if you see the example, a person color, and a person hair color, or if a person any dress color. So these are all related to the attributes. Now we'll go for the central tendency of data. So if you see the central tendency of the data, it may divide into the three categories of the central tendency of data. So mean, mode, median. So if you see the mean, mode, median, so when we go for the mean, so what does the mean? Mean, it will perform the mean, it will perform the average of the numbers and calculated by dividing the sum of the given numbers by total number of the values. So if you see the mean is the sum of all the observations by total number of the observations. For example, if you see the in our classroom there are 20 students. So how to calculate the percentage of the 20 students? So first you have to take the sum of all the 20 students. That means 88 plus 82 plus. So sum of all the 20 students. Sum of the total number of all the students, and sum of the all the observations. So if you see the 88, 82, 88, so 88, 85, so total will get the 1660. So by number of the students by 20, so you can get the 83 is the percentage of the class. So how to find the mean? If you find the mean, you have to follow this formula, like sum of all the observations by total number of the observations. So if you go for the another central tendency of the data, median. So what is the median? Median we can call as a medial value of the data. So middle value of the sorted data. So what is the meaning of the middle value of the sorted data? Sorted data, like ascending order, we can arrange the data like ascending order or descending order. So when we see the formula, so what's the formula for median? Median equal to n plus 1 by 2. So n plus 1 by 2. So for example, we have a data objects are, so there are 7 data objects here. There are 7 data objects. So based on these 7 data objects, like 23, here we find the median 23, 2, 12, 33, 65, and 45 and 9. So based on this median, we have to arrange the ascending or descending order. When we arrange the ascending order, 2, 9, 12, 23, 33, 45, 65. So total we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 data objects are there. So based on this data set, based on this 7 data set, so we have to find the median. How to find the median? N plus 1 by 2. So for example, here n equal to 7, so 7 n equal to 7, 7 plus 1 by 2, so that means 8 by 2. 8 by 2, you can get the 4. So you can get the 4. When we arrange the ascending order, 2 comma 9 comma 12 comma 23 comma 33 comma 45 comma 65. So now you have to you have to see the middle value of the fourth one. So 23 is the median. So when we use this 20, so when we find this median, so you have to use this formula n plus 1 by 2. So if you see the descending order, so based on the ascending order, we'll find the fourth value. And if you see the descending order, 65, 45, 33, 23, 12, 9, 2. So when we see the same n equal to 7 plus 1 by 2, so that means 8 by 2. That is the fourth position. So fourth value of the mid value we can call as a median. So median is again 23. So when we see the ascending or descending are the same. See the next operation of the central tendency, mode. We'll go for the mode. A mode is a frequent value of item of a dataset, and the dataset has generally one or more mode values. So in this mode there are several types of the mode values, like a unimodal or biomodal or trimodal or multimodal. So what is the difference of the uni, bio, tri or multimodal? So when we perform the one in the entire data set, when we perform the only one value repeated in a entire data set, we can call as a unimodal. So in the data set, two modes are repeated in a data set, we can call as a biomodal. And when we perform the 3 modes are repeated in the again as the same data set, we can call as a trimodal. So more than 3 or more than that 3, so we can call as a multimodal. So when we see the examples, the given data set is 1 comma 2 comma 2 comma 3 comma 3 4 comma 4. There are here appeared the 2 twice and 3 twice. So this under biomodal. So why? Because there are 2 are repeated 2 times and 3 repeated 2 times. This is under biomodal. So since the both 2 and 3 values are repeating twice in a data set. So when we see the one more example, 15, 42, 65, 65, 95. So this is under unimodal. So unimodal. So in the given data set, 65 only represented one time. So in the entire data set, 65 only one time appeared. So 65, since the 65 only repeating the value in the data set. So when we see the one more example, measure of the central tendency example. So in this example, we have the 5 months of the salary details. So the monthly salary of the employees for the 5 months in the given table. So in this below table, so months are represented and salary represented. Months are January, February, March, April, May, and salaries are 105, 95, 105, 105 and $100. So based on this data, we have to find the mean, median, mode. So when we see the mean, you have to calculate the same sum of the observation by total number of the observation. So sum of the observation 105 plus 95 plus 105 plus 105 plus 100 by total number of the months 5. So you can get the $102 is the mean. So then next one, if you find the mode. So what is the meaning of the mode? Mode is a appeared twice, thrice, or multi. So here in the given data set, so 105 appeared thrice. So 105 appeared in the January month or March or April. So so you can get the mode. So most frequent value or most frequently occurring the value we can call as a mode. So 105 is the mode. Now when we find the median, so in this median, how to find the median? So n plus 1 by 2. So in this n plus 1 by 2, as the 5 months, well, then 5 plus 1 by 2, you can get the 6 by 2. 6 by 2 is a 3. So in this 3, the third value of the third position of the value in the given data set, the third position of the value we can call it as a median. So in the median is when we arrange the ascending order 95, 100, 105, 105, 105. So the third value of the 105 is the median. We'll see the one more concept. So in this In this central tendency, follow these three types of the operations. One is the mean, another one is the median, another one is the mode. So mean we can get mean we can find the based on the formula we can find the mean. So when we see the median based on the formula, so like based on the n plus 1 by 2 we can find the median, and mode, most number of the values appear in the given data set we can call as a mode. Now we'll go for the one more concept that is called as a range. What is the meaning of the range? Range, it is the difference between the highest value and the lowest value. So when we see it is a way of to understand the how number of the spread in the data set. So we'll see the formula, the range equal to highest value minus lowest value. So in the given data set, so here data set is 12, 19, 6, 2, 15, 4. So in this data set, first you have to arrange the ascending order and I have to arrange the descending order. First you have to arrange the ascending order. Ascending order is 2, 4, 6, 12, 15 and 19. Now we'll see the what is the lowest value in this given data set. So the lowest value to find 2, then the highest value to find the 19. So 19. So if you see the formula, highest value minus lowest value. Now the highest value equal to 19, the lowest value is equal to the lowest value is minus 2. Now you will get the 17. So you can easily identify the range. So these are all concepts when we see the data and so when we see the data types and the statistical description. So in this data types and statistical description, follow the central tendency concept and the range. In this central tendency, these three, and we'll find the range also. Thank you.